Gye-Nyame man, I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent center. I pledge to find and connect with my center. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Gye-Nyame warrior and to assist all those seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, my teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame pledge that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitations within the Gye-Nyame journey. Peace.
Too black, too down.
What's up, family? What's up? Hey, I had an emergency. I was trying to get some ambrosia and it blew up on me. That Death Eater is no joke. If you got the Death Eater, please cool it off before you open it because it will jump out and try to go down your throat. So I'm going to put on another commercial real quick, and then we're going to get right into the show. Well, I ain't going to get into y'all know how I got to do. I got to go on and rant a little bit. Then we're going to get into the show. So let's go on to this one real quick. Give me a second to clean up.
The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up again. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
Y'all heard the man. Spread the word. I know y'all heard me yelling for Cleve. Cleve is doing a cleanup thing for me. But yo, those who would like to support the journey, man, most of that spilt out, man. Hey, Cleve, bring me that beat it up. That beat one. I'm gonna talk about that on the show a little bit. Bring the whole thing. All right, so now. So I just had a bottle of the Death Eater explode on me. This Death Eater, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Man, put it right there. Put it right there. All right, so those that want to support Gye-Nyame Journey, check it out. There's several ways you could do it now. So we just had the Ambit commercial and spread the word, right? Gye-Nyame Journey can provide you with your energy needs. We can provide you with electricity. We can provide you with the gas as well. So please give us an opportunity to serve you. At least check out the service we can offer. Now, for those that are interested in supporting us in that way, you can go to our page on Facebook.com/G&J Energy /. Go to the page, click the sign up. Now, you're not signing up when you do it. When you do it, it's going to take you to the rates and plans page. Go down and say view the rates in your area. Type in your zip code. Put down your residential customer, or maybe you're a company to say, hey, well, we want a portion of our money to go to something positive, right? And then, of course, you're not a current Ambit Energy user. So, boom, click it, and it'll show you the plans. Now, this is the powerful thing. We don't offer we got plans, but we don't have contracts. So you can sign up with us, and for a month if you want, 2 months, 3 months. But once you get the service, you're not even gonna care. Because most people don't even know how much they're paying per energy. Long as we can keep that bill to a place where you're used to it, we're gonna work something out. So let's get to building together. Let's build something magnificent together. Now, of course, I have to let you know this is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I'm your host, Brother Hatim, and right now we are listening to Folk Tales for Grown Folks, and this is a Heart of a Simple production. But we strive, and I mean strive constantly to blow up those old paradigms. Somebody already joined us on the line, so I am not going to delay too much longer, but I want to put in a shot. This show is also brought to you by That Ambrosia by G&J. That's right. We have our own drink. It is a health drink. It is fabulous. It is great tasting. It is good for you. And what more can I say? It is the food of the gods, because every time you take a sip, it's alive. And you are feeding your microbiome. That's right. It's probiotics in a bottle. We have several flavors. Right now I'm eating a Death Eater, which is a combination of burdock root and dandelion. I call it Death Eater because when you look at what this combination does, green tea, raw honey, dandelion root, and burdock root, and then we ferment them, and we allow the healthy yeast to grow, and we use a SCOBY to control what gets in and gets out. And then it's carbonated as well, so you got to watch when you open the bottle, like I didn't, right? Cool it before you open it, right? Settle it down. And this is a good sip. So now, the next one, the newest one, this is Cleveland Brown's first creation. Cleveland came up with the idea of doing beet juice, right? Taking some beets and mixing in the juice. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm taking a step beyond. I'm gonna mix the beets, and if I get the beet leaves, I'm gonna grind those down, and I'm gonna mix them in so that you have a powerful batch. And one of the things I just recently found out, I love beets, but one of the things I found out about beets is that beets has the highest amount of natural sugar in them of all the plants. So you got to be very careful when you eat them. But when you look at all the health benefits that come from the beet juice, it's ridiculous. We also provide you with ginseng, as well as the regular. Regular is still my favorite, but hey, I'm old school. So joining me on the line right now, we have Sister Janice. Welcome. Give her a round of applause, y'all. Here go the round of applause. So your mic is hot. Go ahead and say something so that I can make sure that I'm getting you clear.
Good evening.
They got you. So now we about to kick off. I already gave my children the butt whooping warning, so we shouldn't be disturbed tonight. But we know my kids, right? Those that's been listening.
That's funny. Know. You're entertaining yourself,
man, all the time. But so much madness is going on in the world. But on the other side of that, we got so many good things happening as well. And we as a people have a choice, a very simple choice to make. Either we could ride the train to heaven or we could ride the train to hell. Your choice. Now, when you choose to do nothing, you have automatically purchased your ticket to ride to hell because you have put your destiny in the hands of the fools that are currently running the world situation as we speak. Sister Janice, I had the pleasure of selling a 6-pack today. I took over a sample to a brother. He like, man, I don't even want the damn sample. Here's some money. Give me 6 of them. I said, what? Shut my mouth. So I'm about to get you some bottles. But now, last thing. I seen that T.I. came down on, I can't remember Floyd Mayweather. You know, we already know in the past they had beef. Yeah, T.I. came down on him because in an interview, our dear brother as Cornel West would say, our dear brother Floyd Mayweather said, when asked what did he think about all Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, Floyd Mayweather say, man, it's just all lives matter. You know, so T.I. kind of went off on him about that whole comment. And he basically told him, said, man, stop getting caught up in your material possessions and stuff like that. Because when it all comes down to it, you know, when you get pulled over by one of those unboxing fans, because everybody don't know your face, my brother, it won't be an issue of class then. It'll be an issue of blue versus black, you know. So, but Janice, what's going on in your part of the world?
You know, same old, just combating mediocrity.
Man, ain't it something? Man, listen.
Wondering why the Democrats put up who they put up and the Republicans put up who, you know, just trying to figure out how we got here.
Well, you know, one of the things that I gave up a long time ago, trying to make sense of the decisions that the fools and the mentally ill make. You will drive yourself crazy trying to figure out what sick people and why they are doing what they are doing. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, we do the best we can, right? And we continue trying to change lives one classroom at a time. Now, I got a question for you, man. Why? And I know we know the answer to this, but why do people think that giving a black boy an IEP is an answer to everything? I mean, do they call them IEPs in Detroit?
Yeah, because education has become something other than what we call it, and because educating kids, you know, it's really no different than what Frederick Douglass taught us. If people are taught, are educated, they learn to think for themselves, which increases the chance that they won't just go along to get along. People are on it's like everybody's a robot. Nobody's thinking for themselves. It's not about making kids smarter. It's not about helping kids to be self-actualized. It's not about any of that anymore. It's about adolescent daycare.
Ain't that incredible? How we just, I mean, we pile.
Like we not destroying this nation in the process. That's what ultimately, to me, is the most evil. We're not increasing our chances of remaining a superpower by intentionally neglecting entire communities of people with high-quality, fair education. That's not what we're doing.
Y'all heard it from the teacher. She get another round of applause. No, better yet, she get a clap from God. Because, I mean, we got to start doing more things in the home or on the weekends, because weekends, see, liberation or freedom is not something that can be gained in 5-day, 8-hour work weeks. You know what I'm saying? Liberation and freedom are something that are either maintained or gained by a consistent struggle. And a lot of us don't want to do the consistent struggle. We want to we want to take time off. You know, because I was looking at some of the, because now kids' birthday parties are super elaborate and you celebrate every year. But, you know, I think somewhere along the line we done confused. We done lost what celebrating means, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like, see, because it used to be you celebrate a victory. You throw a party for a victory. You know what I'm saying? But if your child is not putting forth any effort and you're not putting forth any effort, why do you deserve to celebrate?
Preach. What are you celebrating?
What are you celebrating? As you stated, mediocrity. Let's celebrate being mediocre. You know what I'm saying? I just deserve a party just because. That's my right as an American.
Right. Right.
No,
that's crazy.
Oh, but
no, you're right.
But that's part of where we are. I mean, because you got to think about this. It's in our generation where we started noticing the whole weekend thing. I mean, actually, it's been years, but the whole weekend thing is like, you know what I'm saying? You're free, so you don't have to do no work, and we don't take that time to do the true building that it takes to get us where we need to go as a people. Our children are free. We're free. We can sleep in. We can do whatever we want. You know what I'm saying? I just took some young people to the woods, and
yeah, it was on Facebook. I enjoyed that.
Oh man, listen. I mean, we worked them, but then I kept on having to remind them, look, pick up after yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's our responsibility to lead this place better than we
found it. That's
you know what I'm saying? Not just but at least a little bit better. We got to leave a gift or something because, I mean, when we came out there, it was cold. And the universe drummed up the energy to make sure that we got a nice, bright, and sunny. I mean, the first night we was there, Janice, it was shivering cold.
Mm-hmm.
We went into the tents, woke up. It was cold in the morning. And then after that, the sun came out, knocked the clouds out the way. It was like 80 degrees, and it stayed warm almost until, I mean, actually, it was beautiful all the way through Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody, a lot of young people couldn't pick that up. I guess that's what elders are for. We supposed to point stuff out like that. But we get caught up in this world. We get caught up in celebrating mediocrity. We no longer practice the gratitude amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the principles we just let fall to the wayside. So hence, you have the rise of two presidential candidates that are horrible. Yep. No matter how you look at it. Two. Two
both major parties put up some boo-boo.
And a lot of y'all might not be reading it, right? See, and this is the curse of being around someone like Janice and having to sharpen my sword and learning how to think. See, I'm still mad at y'all up there at Ohio State, those individuals that took the time to start having study sessions and to start building, because y'all forced me to learn how to think and learn how to perceive and learn how to define the world and see the world from my center, from my vantage point. You know what I'm saying? Because truly, ignorance is bliss. You fucked up my bliss, Janice.
That's
you fucked up my bliss.
Know. You fucked up mine too. So
that's messed
there
up.
We
man.
have it.
God, now I need a drink. I'm just.
Right. Do you package and ship your stuff?
I'm working on that as we speak, and you are.
Well, you need to figure out how to get some here.
It's coming. And,
figure it out.
Oh yeah, because look, I'm going around and people are telling me about these autoimmune diseases. People are telling me about the diabetes. People are telling me about the.
I mean, we losing lots of brothers to diabetes.
Oh my God. And my whole piece when I started this, because of course you know that I was looking for a liquor. I was looking for alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So I started brewing the honey. But then I started reading about the kombucha, and I started thinking, I'm like, there got to be another way to do this, because I don't want to just put sugar out here. I never made any wine, anything I brewed, I never used sugar. I wanted to use the natural yeast, and I wanted to use the yeast from the honey. I wanted to use raw honey. And when I found out that I could make a health drink that might, for those that have a low threshold, that has a very low alcoholic content, you know what I'm saying? Because it's to a point now where with the way I'm doing it, I'm lowering the alcohol content
to between 1% and 3%. I want it low because I want people to get the taste and I want people to get the benefits. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things they have cut us off from is our tradition of eating fermented foods. We're not. I'm sitting up here. I'm bugging when you think about it. Because if you look at it, everything around us, get rid of all the bacteria. We got the most. We got the cleanest houses in the world. All of the products that we got killed 99.9% of the germs and bacteria. See, but what people don't understand is that we need certain germs and bacteria and yeast. And by us destroying them, right, what we do is we destroy all the good ones and we leave that 0.001 that is strong enough to stand up to the Clorox bleach and stand up to all these cleaners. So what happens when that 0.01 starts to reproduce? We got a super germ. Now, and then on top of that, we take antibiotics, we use antibacterial soap, we are totally sterilizing ourselves, not realizing that as human beings, we have more bacteria and yeast cells than we have human cells. So really when it comes down to it, we are 10 times more a bacteria, germ, or virus than we are human beings. And we're not feeding that part. We're not taking care of it. We're not pumping in the healthy ones. We're allowing the bad ones to come. And I'm thinking a lot of diseases we have come from our lack of embracing some of the things our ancestors used to eat. They used to ferment everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about canning. I'm talking about fermenting, where you have a real pickle. See, many of us have never really had a real pickle. Go to one of those Jewish delis and go into the bucket where they got the big buckets and grab you a pickle, because you need some of that fermented stuff. And what this drink provides is those healthy bacteria and yeast that you get up in you. And yes, thank you for allowing me to roll into my small commercial, and I will be getting into Detroit soon. So,
whoop, whoop.
So now, are you ready for this folktale? Because this one,
of course,
this one got your name all over it. I'm going to let you go. You need to go in on this one. Because this one, I don't know if you read it in advance, but this one right here.
Of course I did.
Now, what I'm drinking on now, I'm sipping on Cleveland's creation, that Beat. I'm calling it that Beat You Up Ambrosia. Blood red. All right. At one time, the horse had the plain entirely to himself. Then a stag intruded into his domain and shared his pasture. The horse, desiring to revenge himself on the stranger, asked the man if he were willing to help him in punishing the stag. The man replied that if the horse would receive a bit in his mouth and agreed to carry him, he would contrive effective weapons against the stag. The horse consented and allowed the man to mount him. From that hour, he found that instead of attaining revenge on the stag, he had enslaved himself to the service of man. I'm going to do a strike of God on that one right there. That one right there, I believe,
has so much contemporary application.
Oh my God!
It makes me think of Donald Trump and the pot of horrors that he's stirring. That, to me, is really unpatriotic at the very least. It's all kind of stuff, but it's also very anti-American, because the moral of that fable you just read is that he who seeks to injure others often injures only himself.
Ooh.
You know, you can't spend all your time trying to bend other people to whatever it is you believe and think that in the end you're not going to have something to answer for. You know, you spend all your time focusing on trying to convince others, enslave others, tell others what to be, tell others what to do. In the final analysis, you're losing yourself. You're hurting yourself because you need to do all of that with yourself. Donald Trump is spewing and stirring all kinds of evil in people who spend a lot of time pointing fingers without realizing that when you pointing at somebody else, you got 3-4 fingers pointing back at you. Michael Jackson said it's the man in the mirror. You want to affect change? You want to make a difference? You want to start doing something positive? Change the man in the mirror.
So I went to one of my favorite Aesop pages, and it says, if you allow men to use you for your own purposes, they will use you for theirs.
That's right.
And this is what I love about these fables, man, because like I said, they're layered, because you took it to the whole race that we got going on now. We got two parties. How many beasts were in the field, in the plain? You had the horse, you had the stag.
Right.
One of them wanted the other one to get rid of the other one. The Republicans wanted to basically chase the Democrats out of the way, and they went to Donald Trump and they made a deal, and he mounted their ass, didn't he? You got the bit in their mouth,
and he's blowing up the entire Republican Party. He's blowing it up. So y'all brought him to destroy the Democrats. He's destroyed you.
He destroyed you. And
he's looking at y'all like, how do you like me now?
How do you like me now?
Because he had no allegiance. He had no allegiance to anyone but himself and his family and his wife that doesn't speak English. Oh, I'm sorry.
He might not even have loyalty to them.
Yeah, but if he has loyalty to anybody, he has loyalty to himself, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Well, we hope. We hope. Donald Trump might sell himself. If you gave him enough money, Donald Trump might sell himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
because it's all about the bottom line. I'm an excellent businessman.
That's right. It's all,
you know what I'm saying?
So all about that dollar.
It's all about that dollar. See, anytime we're talking about politics, it's like anybody that places a higher value on other things than themselves is a problem. It becomes problematic. You see what I'm saying? Because really what America needs is we need to turn the lens upon ourselves, right? And we really need to look at what's going on because, like I said, on a daily basis, we're seeing the results of all these policies coming to these school doors.
Yep.
If you want to really start changing, right, we really need to turn the focus in and start looking at what's going on in these elementary, middle, and high schools. You know what I'm saying? The type of poisons that we are unleashing on them. Physical, mentally, and emotionally. We got generations that are coming up damaged behind these policies. Right? You know what I'm saying? And in a sense, it's just, we could bring it right back to the story. You had the horse looking at the stag saying, how dare you want to share this great big pasture with me? We need to push you out. So they allow somebody on their back.
Hey man, come over here. Let's get together and push this.
Right. Okay, I'll do it if you put this thing in your mouth. Sure. Will it help? Yeah. Right. Let me put this saddle on your back.
Mouth that allows me to take control of you.
Right. Oh, they ain't said it like that. He said it like, this thing right here will make you a little bit more mobile. It'll give you the ability to be a little bit more in control of yourself. It'll help give you the discipline that you need to chase the stag off. Oh, well, give me that.
And in the animated version, in the bubble above his head, he's thinking to himself, and it gives me complete control of you.
Mm-hmm. And if you allow this saddle on, it allows you to carry your constituents with you as you move forward. So allow me to put to, okay, shit, next thing you know, you get rid of the stag, and all of a sudden now you a slave. You know what I'm saying? America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These unwanted populations that we are constantly focusing on, like me. You know what I'm saying? You have sold your soul to the devil to try to get rid of me. Destroying yourself.
Destroying yourself.
Destroying yourself. Let's see if there's any other pieces before. Moral. This is from one of my pages. Let every man take a true measure of himself. What he is able to do and what not, before he comes to any peremptory resolution how to proceed. I like that word, peremptory resolution on how to proceed. He is a madman that to avoid a present and a less end runs blindfolded into a greater, and for the gratifying of a forward humor make himself a slave all the days of his life. Some pretty big words to say. Be careful when you seeking revenge against someone, because you may come back and bite you in your ass.
That's right.
So and like in other parts of the story, because this one didn't go to it. Once the man mounted the horse, after they got rid of the stag, the horse was trying to talk to the man about getting down. The man was like, "I'm comfortable up here.
Right, I'm good.
I'm good." And actually, I've seen a story very similar to this, a little bit different motif in Sinbad the Sailor. In Sinbad the Sailor, he was on an island, and it was an old man that Sinbad saw, and the old man didn't speak. He just asked Sinbad to take him across the river, but he couldn't walk. So he asked Sinbad to put him on his shoulders. And once Sinbad put him on his shoulders, he put a tight lock with his legs around Sinbad's neck. And Sinbad got him across the river, and homeboy said, "Now you can get down." And homeboy started beating him with his hands and his free foot, telling him, "Hell no, I'm not getting down. You're going to go this way." And start choking Sinbad. And Sinbad finally fooled this man by taking some coconuts, allowing it to ferment, and getting this dude drunk, and then knocking him off. And when Sinbad found out, when he got rescued, he told people the story. He said that was a demon, and that demon straps himself onto men and will not release until they are dead. You are one of the only ones, if not the only one, to ever escape that.
And come back and tell that story. And many of us in our lives, we are just allowing people to get on us and ride for free, thinking that they are actually helping us. Whether it's a politician, whether it's a pastor, whether it's a counselor, whether it's a teacher, whether it's that next business idea or that business guru or the self-help teacher or whatever, we are allowing individuals to ride with us without first seeing what they can do. They make us promises. They selling us bridles to put in our mouth. I think that's what they call them. Bits to put in our mouths so that they can control us. That we allow them to saddle us economically. We allow them to saddle us emotionally. And we wonder why our lives are all fucked up. Many of us fall into relationships like this. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because we're escaping one pain, and we think by putting this individual on our back that we are going to be able to chase that pain away, not realizing that the pain that we chasing away is not as bad as the one that you allowed to put the bridle in your mouth, put the harness, put the saddle on your back, and it's holding you down. Sometimes it's best to just learn how to look at that field and be like, well, damn, I'm gonna eat this grass over here for a little while, and I'm gonna figure out how to get this goddamn stag up off my shit. Yep.
You know, so we gotta be intelligent in how we move, because there's a lot of people that's trying to get on your back. There's a lot of people that's trying to ride on your resources. There's a lot of people that's trying to ride on your skill and the mastery that you have. Let's go back up to that
and
first.
The universe has equipped you to carry your own weight. So any additional weight that you agree to carry, you really need to be, it's about, are you sure you want to sacrifice for this person you don't even know? This person that wouldn't do the same for you? This person that you're not equally yoked with? This person that half the time y'all are spewing hatred and vitriol? Is that really what? That's not, no. Stop wasting time.
That's what they want, Janice. They just don't know it. They don't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of it too. You know what I'm saying? Because what's incredible is that when you look at this fable talks about. I mean, you can look at it and look at it in organizations. If we think back to college, we had the same shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we think back to elementary school, we had the same shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And sometime I want some of y'all to start thinking like that man, because that man saw an opportunity. I ain't saying take advantage of people, but you need to be aware of all the opportunities that may be presented to you, because that man was able to get that horse. That horse increased the power of that man. So not only did the man get the horse, because I want you to think about this, not only did he end up with the horse, he ended up with a nice meal too.
Right.
And what's going to happen to the horse's children? Think about that.
And there, right.
Think about that. Is the horse's children going to get IEPs?
Had y'all even thought about the horse's children?
No, because a lot of people just call them the surface of the tails. Because we got to understand, because this is the piece, man. Dr. Linda James Meyer called it deep African thought. Where you're able to look at a concept, you're able to look at a story, and you take it to the depths. And be able to see where it's going to end. This is the predictive ability that all of us have. That all we have to do is take a little bit of time to at least speculate. See, many of y'all are not even speculating on the outcomes of certain situations and certain things. And not only are you not speculating on it, right? You're fantasizing about what you want out of it, rather than realizing what the other is getting out of it. Think about a job interview. And think about jobs that you done had in your life. You go into the job interview and they look like they really need you, and it look like everything is good. And you go, and after the first 3 months, you like, damn, I'm back in the same position I was in before. You know what I'm saying? Because they making big money off of you. You making pennies. You know, this is why I keep on telling my kids, yo, we got to start a business. We got to, you know what I'm saying? We need 7 streams of income to be totally independent. So let's get it. Oh, man. So that one, we done knocked that one out the box, unless you got something else you want to say about it.
No, I'm good. That's good.
All right. Well, hey, I want to I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank those people that's listening. And before we go, we need to send shouts out to those places that's been listening over the last few. Oh, we're going to look at this week. Just this week. Let's go to statistics. Detailed statistics. Let's see where we at. All right, over the last 7 days, we got the United States number 1, Spain number 2, Canada, the Russian Federation, and China. Damn. Shouts out to all those places, top cities. Oh, Columbus, you at the top this week. Thank y'all. 31.3% Columbus, Ohio. Menlo Park, California. Erie, Pennsylvania. Ashburn, Virginia. Alma, Canada. New York, New York. Ypsilanti, Michigan. And Severn, Maryland. I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in and checking us out on the journey, right? Be sure to check us out tomorrow because we are going to have some fabulous Proverbs. And the Proverbs we're going to be covering are from the book of African Openings to the Tree of Life. And we are right now discussing a concept called the potent sinner. Now these, just like these folk tales, are life-changing. I want to thank Sister Janice for joining us and sharing her time with us. And I want to thank all of you out there for listening. Remember, hit me up if you're interested in ambrosia. Also, check out our page so that you can find out more about ambit because some of you have the knack. And some of you have the ability to be doing more than what you're doing right now. So I'm just trying to present some opportunities where it could benefit both of us. I'm not trying to ride you like this dude that dogged the horse out. I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to do is make sure that we're able to get benefits because my kids need to go camping. My kids need to do some international travel. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all out there, maybe some of y'all kids too. You know what I'm saying? We need to have businesses where they can make money, raise money to do stuff, right? And that's what we building. So, this is Brother Hatim. Thank you once again for tuning into the journey. And with that, I am out.